Hey guys, welcome. Thanks for joining me in my video today. I wanted to make a quick video because I figured I might be able to help a few people might have had the same trouble that I had trying to find the right settings on their GoPro for their motorcycle. I use a GoPro Hero 12. Most of them are pretty much the same as far as settings go. And I'm going to put a clip here of my first video I uploaded, my first ride home from the dealership on my Scrambler 900. It was god awful, one of the worst videos I think I've ever seen. The only reason I keep it up there is, well, because it's my first video, a little sentimental value, but mainly so that people can go back and look, because I'm going to reference it quite a bit in this video, and they can see just how terrible it is, how bad my first video was. And there's quite a bit of improvement that I found, and you'll see coming up in the settings that I started messing around with on my own. So in that first video, I looked up on YouTube, probably like a lot of you have, YouTube, Google, all that stuff, just the best settings for your GoPro on motorcycle. I went with what I thought would be good, and it was really, 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 really bad. So what I ended up doing was I found a stretch of road near my house and took my bike there. I pre-programmed 4 or 5 different YouTube settings and different custom programs, and I just rode that same stretch of road and recorded. So 4 or 5 of these settings I put together myself, just kind of played around with the settings a bit. So this is by no means in be all end all list at all. This is just me fiddling around with some settings here, and I recorded them, and I think they came out pretty decent. They certainly came out a lot better than that first video did. So here you go. Let's take a look. And here are the settings for my first run. 60 FPS, 120 shutter, and the lens was in super view. For the second run, we turned on the auto boost, we upped the shutter speed and the ISO max, messed with our white balance a little bit, and put a lower ND filter on there. In the third clip here, we dropped our frame rate down to 30 FPS with the shutter speed 1/60, put the HyperSmooth back to just on, and we lowered our ISO max back down to 800. Also up the ND filter once again.
fourth clip here, everything remained the same except obviously the aspect ratio. We switched that to 8/7, and this is just for social media uploads and YouTube shorts and things like that. And our fifth run here is the same as the last. The only difference is our HyperSmooth is up to auto boost, and our ISO max, we bumped that up to 1600, just get a little more light in there.
Okay, so after watching those clips there, I think it's safe to say that any one of those clips that I choose to use was much better than this. My first video was pretty bad, there's no doubt about that. But I think if I had to choose one of these clips and these settings for right now, I would probably go with the second clip that I did, the one that has less motion blur, but is more stable, much more stable. And you'll notice as you watch this clip, it just looks a lot cleaner, a lot crisper, and I do miss the motion blur. That's part of the cinematic look that a lot of people are going for. But I think me personally, I would enjoy watching a video that is stable, especially on a motorcycle. I don't want, my eyes bouncing all over the place and I can't really focus on the road because it just looks terrible and people are going to turn the video off in probably 10 seconds and go on to the next one. So for me, for now, I'll be going with those second settings. Let me know if you try these out, which settings you go with. Let me know if you have your own settings down in the comments. I'm very new to this, I'm still learning, and there's no doubt in my mind these will not be the last settings that I use. I'm researching every day, and every day I'm learning more and more. So for now, we're gonna go with the second settings. It's a massive improvement over the first video, and any riding videos to come from this point forward will only get better. So if you hung around this long and you stayed in, I really thank you so much. I'm a brand new channel, don't get many views right now. With that said, every like, comment, and subscription goes up a million miles for me, for their little algorithm thing that they got going on. So yeah, if you could do either one of those three, great. If not, don't worry about it. I'll see you next time, and thanks for riding.